In agglomerative clustering, small clusters are formed and two clusters are paired to form another cluster. See, this is a small clusters 2 and 3. They join 2 and 3 cluster, and 4 and 5 joins 4 5 cluster, and these two for join to form another cluster. These two form another cluster until a single cluster is formed. This is agglomerative clustering. Divisive clustering is just the opposite of a single cluster. It is single cluster. It is divisive clustering. Can you see it's a top-down approach? That is, single cluster is divided into two more clusters, two clusters into four more clusters. This is how it iterately happens until all the clusters are partitioned. Now, how it is implemented in Python is agglomerative sklearn cluster import agglomerative clustering, and we z is just the variable for the linkage matrix. Linkage x comma what method is used to calculate the distance between the clusters here. It minimizes the variance of the distances between the clusters being merged. Okay, then with this coding we can visualize how the dendrogram is going to be used. This uses dendrogram function. This is a resulting dendrogram. These are called the wards. So we use ward method here for the representation of dendrogram. Now the advantages of agglomerative clustering is it can handle different types of data metrics and linkage methods. It shows the relationship between the clusters, and many numbers of clusters can be formed, and they are ordered or hierarchically based, and it can handle large data sets because either the one cluster is going to be divided into small clusters, or small clusters are going to be joined to a big cluster. So this can handle large data set. The disadvantage is it can produce imbalanced clusters if the distance metric or linkage method is not appropriate, and it also may be sensitive also. Because of this computational effort for calculating the distance metric, it becomes little computationally expensive. The dendrogram may be difficult to interpret for large data sets with many clusters if it goes for large data set. Even though it can handle large data set, but it might be difficult for the dendrogram. It looks very clumsy if it is very large. Next is Birch. Birch is balanced, iterative, reducing, and clustering using hierarchies. It clusters large data sets by generating small compact summary of the large data set that retains a few information. Then again it is clustered. This small cluster again um, again clustered to form another cluster. Instead of clustering the whole large data set, few features or inheritances characteristics is clustered. So the small parts of the information is being clustered. So based on factors like cluster feature, this is called Birch method. In Birch, it has one major disadvantages. It processes only metric attributes.